This is Mr. Greg.
We're back, and I got my coffee.
Yes.
This is it's adorable.
Isn't it adorable?
It's got a little petunias or something. Yeah. It's flowers and
much like this episode was adorable. Fuck adorable. This episode was wonderful. This might be my favorite one, at least.
Fuck adorable?
Really?
You're going to be caught on the internet
I'm going to say
adorable?
fuck adorable.
Wow. Don't want to know your search history.
Adorable. Ooh.
A lot of Japanese sites up there.
Oh, probably.
All right, we've ruined another vlog.
Yep.
I got my coffee. I'm ready to go.
And it was such a good episode. Like I said, I mean, either, if not my favorite, definitely like my top 3.
You know, the first minute, I really thought, oh shit, this is gonna blow.
I don't know if I got that. I thought the burger commercial was funny.
No, after we did the burger... Okay, I shouldn't say that. The burger commercial was fine. When it got into the song about, what do we do with our $10 million? Empire City! Like, I was just like, oh my god, our worst night, what we were talking about, is like, oh, this is going to become about the money. Now we got this stupid song sequence. They're going to go on some fucking vacation and do whatever they want. I really thought, like, this is going to be terrible.
Focus or something, but, this...
And, wow, what a turnaround. After they got to the hotel... Starting with that Citizen Kane song.
Yeah.
Although I always think of Simpsons.
A certain man.
I always think of Simpsons. That's Mr. Burns.
And yeah, I mean, this is the closest to like just a good Broadway musical in a Steven Universe episode. All the songs are phenomenal. All of them do what they're supposed to do. It's the emotions through it are just fantastic. That. You feel the emotion of every song, and I'm glad every song it feels like, even though there's one that they cut off, but you know, for comedic purposes and emotional purposes, I feel like you got
the song.
Yeah, I feel like you got like the emotion that every song was supposed to try and get into you, and man, that if that's the same voice actress who does Pearl, what a voice! I mean, just everything in this episode, visually, it was wonderful. The story was wonderful. The characters and the way they interacted off each other was just so wonderful.
And as I have stated on many occasions, I am a Pearl girl.
Actually, where is Peridot? And Lapis, for that matter. The more I think about it, they kind of disappeared.
They got written off the show. They asked for way too much money. Well, you know Peridot. I mean, she wanted to be the star.
There was something that happened, like, before the floating episode. They're like, oh, we've been away for so long, and we don't know what happened, because before there was the baseball episode. At least the list I was looking through, it says that's the episode.
Maybe there was just the game. I don't know. Are we watching these out of order now?
No, they should.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been looking on the list. It says this is the order, so unless I'm mistaken. But
what a great Pearl episode.
As
a Pearl girl, I approve.
Well, you know, and honestly, like, I get, you know, the father is fine, but I never got... Just kind of not my character kind of thing. I thought
it really
this was a good
explored
episode for him.
Both of them.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That just... I can't believe that fucking worked.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Well, you know what? Honestly,
I thought for sure this was not going to work, and I'm like, wow, this may be one of the best episodes they've done.
Well, and
what a turnaround in 5 minutes.
I know this is like the message of it and everything, but at the same time, really the reason the episode where it really was not about the money. It wasn't. It was a short little bit.
The money, it turns out, was an excuse just to get them to this position to do these things.
Yeah. Where it's like the focus was not, you don't need money. Like, that's not really the message. It's more that...
The money was a MacGuffin.
Yeah, it really was.
It was a Scrooge MacGuffin.
Well played. Very well played. That's... when you have your coffee, you get it right. Oh, it was Germans, by the way. He looked it up.
I'm not insane! I looked it up. It was something like 80% of Germans DJing or something. And somebody, I don't know, I just looked up and somebody's like, must be a very interesting town or world they live in. But because I swore I heard that. And I'm like, I know it's early in the morning and I'm under the weather and tired and haven't had my coffee, but... I swear, it was one of those things, I'm like, I swear to God, I heard Germans.
Well, as soon as they show that city, you know, that first backdrop of that city, I mean, they just gorgeously show this place. And I love anything, I mean, any kind of environment you can make look beautiful, you know, kudos. But I like it when they can take, Because I think people like to show, cities looking bad and corruption and all that stuff and how dirty it can be. But I like when they can show a city really looking beautiful, too.
It looks like Epcot centers like New York.
Kind of,
or something like World Showcase New York. Or another way I put it was Las Vegas kind of New York. Or it's just like this collection of buildings. But yeah, all the songs were
really good.
Yeah, I didn't like the one about going to Empire City that much. That one just kind of.
I like the first half of that. I like that.
It was okay. I thought that was passable. I'm like, all right, that was all right. But again, I kind of thought, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. From when they arrived at Empire City on, all the songs were really strong.
Well, and I think I like the way they come back too, and they reuse them. I mean, they really do what a very good Broadway musical does. They sort of use these songs and themes almost like, they'll bring them back and they'll reuse them and they'll, have them mean something totally different in a different scene and have a different character sing about it.
That hotel song, that's where it had me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, this is hilarious.
Well, and again, I'm thinking okay, it's going to be the, out-of-towner who doesn't fit in with the new money and stuff. But I mean, all those servants were very funny. I love it when he gives the mic to the piano player. He's like, hilarious.
I'm like, what the fuck was that? But I was laughing.
It's one of those things where it's like they so want to do.
They all have the exact same mustache.
Yeah, like they want to do the stereotype of the stuck-up, waiter, servant, whatever. I mean, so it's just like
So we'll have to see. I'm wondering. I was getting the impression, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see where they go in future episodes. But I was getting the impression that the joke was they may have blown.
Spent all the $10 million.
$10 million. Which I would be fine with. I'd be like, good.
I'd actually be totally fine with that,
because I'm not sure I like the idea that they're rich. I kind of like that their dad was his dad was a blue collar type working at a car wash.
Even then, $10 million. I mean, it's like that's even for a place like that. I mean, that's still a lot to go through. But it would be funny. I love when they're finally coming together and dancing. I love that they have them in different colors, the yellow against the blue. I love that. I love that they sort of do it through both song and talking at the same time. With Steven playing and singing the song, but them actually sort of speaking. And it's one of the few times where, when he says it's always been like this and this isn't going to be wrapped up like this, I was thinking I like that. Shows like this don't necessarily think we have to wrap this up in whatever, a half hour or 10 minutes. And even though this technically kind of does at the end, it still was kind of earned because we've had episode after episode emphasizing this problem.
I think they realized, more so Pearl than, because Pearl's the one I think with more of the hang-up. The dad seems like he could be fine with Pearl. It's just Pearl doesn't want that. But I think the two of them realized that in the same way Rose drove them apart, they suddenly realized that Rose also brings them together. That one line about just like, well, she always did what she wanted. Like, I felt like they came to an understanding there.
Yeah. Well, and we saw a little bit with Amethyst, too. Like, they sort of had a connection that was kind of uncomfortable, too. And again, they're...
I did love that Pearl line in the beginning. I found out recently that 3's a crap. Like, Aunt.
Well, and even the whole thing, I feel like it was just a perfect balance of something that was legitimately funny, but legitimately, heartfelt as well in the opening when... She's about burgers? Really? This was the thing?
Yeah,
I
love that. Really? That's what did it for Rose? Burgers? Like, what did she see in this? Roger Rabbit, seriously, what do you see in this guy?
But I love when she also says, she would have loved it and walks away. That was both really funny and really, really heartbreaking at the same time. And I felt this whole episode had that really good balance of that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't think of too much else. It's just so well done. Such a good episode. And just visually beautiful, too. Like I said, I mean, the backgrounds and the city and the music, I mean, it's just... Yeah, this is like a perfect episode to me. I just can't really think of anything that wrong with it. It just... Everything it wanted to do, it just did flawless.
I'll give it close. It was a rocky start, but very, very close to absolute perfect.
Even with the Empire City song, though, I mean, it's very much, it's the show tune, I sort of like taking this very simple, nice, humble song and going to this big show number, but then by the end it comes back to the very humble, simple song. So I almost want to say it was kind of meant to be over the top, kind of like, almost the Heartless, just, hey, let's go, pizzazz and show and stuff like that. So I almost think
it's just not my kind of thing.
I mean, it's not my thing either, but I still respect it for like what it achieved. It was supposed to be kind of the.
I mean, that being said, I love this episode and I love coffee.
Yes, but yeah, well done, man. I can't even think of anything else.
Man, why is it man?
Why is it the man? The man that does
Rebecca
everything.
Sugar, not
Beck.
Rob Beck.
Rob
Beck
and
Sugar.
Beck.
Rob.
Sugar.
Robert.
You know what? This episode's so good. We should go on a high note. Bye.